Oh yeah!
Hey everybody, welcome in. In this video, I am going to try and create the holder base using Autodesk Inventor. So this one's going to take a little bit of time. There's some steps involved in this, I believe. So we'll kind of start at the circly base on the far right, and we'll kind of work our way to the left. So we're going to start with our template. I'm going to go up to New, English, Standard. We're going to click on the Create button. And then I'm going to start my 2D sketch. I'm going to start it on this XY plane. Try to draw it sitting exactly like it shows in the book. So I'm going to click on my XY plane. Like I said, I'm going to start with that bottom, not bottom, but the right side circle. I'm going to click circle center point, click on my yellow dot in the middle. We're going to drag this out. That is going to have a diameter of 3.25. 3.25. Hit enter. I'll scroll out a little bit. All right, so then I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this. I can't talk. Let me extrude it the other way. So let's flip it. Bam. That has a thickness of 0.5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a sketch on this top face of this circle. I'm going to create another little small circle just somewhere over here somewhere. Actually, I'm just going to draw it off center on purpose. And then I'm going to dimension this. Circle is going to be, what is that, 0.5? Yeah. So this is going to have a 0.5 inch diameter. I'm going to use the vertical constraint. I'm going to click on the center of my circle, the center of this big fat circle, line those two up. I'm going to dimension the centers. So here to here, and that's going to be 1.25. Hit the green check mark. And yeah, so then I'm going to finish this sketch. I'm going to cut this circle. So I want to cut it. I want it to go all the way through. And I'm going to hit OK. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a circular pattern of that circle. So I need to find a center of where this circle pattern is going to kind of rotate around. So I'm going to go to my origin. I'm going to pick my Z-axis. So I'm going to right click, make that visible because our circles are going to be copied around there. But let me go back to that other view so I can see my little teeny tiny axis there. So I want to click on the circular pattern. And so my feature is going to be this circle, the small circle. And then my rotation axis, I'm going to click on this little orange arrow. I'm going to click on my axis here. And so it automatically gives me 6 and it copies them around 360 degrees, but I don't need 6, I only want 4. Change this to 4. Click on the enter button, boom. So there's the bottom piece. So we're moving right along. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another 2D sketch on this front face. I don't want to offset that. I don't know why I did that. There we go. So I'm going to draw another circle from the center. This is going to be a kind of a column looking piece that kind of stands out or supports the clover looking tabletop looking thingy. So this is going to have a diameter of, let's see, what does that say? 1.2. And I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to cut this. I'm going to join it. This is going to have a distance of 2. No, actually, I take that back. It's going to be 2.2. 2.2. 2.2. Hit OK. All right, so there we go. So here comes, this is where the fun begins. So now I'm going to start my 2D sketch on the top of this like column looking thingy-majiggy. And I am going to create kind of 4 circles over here that have a radius of 0.625. So let's try to do that. I'm going to make circle center point. I'm just going to draw some random circles over here. I'm not worried about the diameters right now. And then I'm going to come into my dimension. I'm going to drag this out, so I don't want the diameter because I'm given the radius. So I'm going to change. I right-clicked on that. I'm going to change my dimension type to radius. And then that radius is, what did I say it was? 0.625. So then I'm going to use my equal constraint. I'm going to click the circle that I have dimension. I'm going to click this one. I'm going to click the circle that I have dimension again. I'm going to click this one. Click the one that I got dimension. Click this one. So now all of the radiuses are the same. So then I am going to dimension the center to the center. And that's going to be 1. And I'm going to dimension the center to the center again, but I'm going to do it vertically this time. That's going to be 1. Wait. I did something stupid. All right, so yeah, there, that's 1. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, that's 1, that's 1. Yeah, okay, so then I'm just going to do the same thing for the other ones, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my vertical constraint. I'm going to align this one with this one. I'm going to use my horizontal constraint to align this that I already have located with this one. I think they're in line already. Let me do that again. Here and here. All right, now they're in line. Okay, there. Then I'm going to dimension the center of this one to this one. And that's going to be 1. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, instead of typing 1 in, I'm just going to click this dimension here to make that those two are going to be equal. Hit the check mark. Then I can use my vertical constraint to line these two up like there. Same thing with here and here. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that already exists. What I meant to do was a horizontal constraint with this one and this one. And now I need to dimension. Hope I'm not confusing anybody here. This is going to be 1. Basically, all these circles are 1 inch from the center, horizontally and vertically. So you can go in and dimension each one individually if you want, or just kind of use your constraints to kind of get those lined up. So there's those outer kind of 4 circles. So now what I need to do is I'm going to create another circle somewhere over here. Let me do 4 more. I notice a lot of circles going on here. So the circle that's kind of an arc that goes in between each one, and it has a radius of 0.75. So I'm just going to dimension this. I'm going to right click, dimension type radius, and that has a radius 0.75. And again, I'm going to use my equal constraint. So I want all these circles to be the same radius. So those two are going to be the same. These two are going to be the same. The same. So now those are all equal. Let me grab the center dot and drag this out the way. All right, so try to drag these kind of close to where they're going to go. But just by grabbing the center dot, I found if you try to grab the edge, it doesn't move. You have to grab the center. All right, so there. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to use my tangent constraint. So I want this circle, these circles will be tangent, those two tangent with this one and this one. These are going to be tangent here, here. If I click it right, this one and yeah, that one. This one and this one. I'm just kind of locking the tangents together to create that kind of arc that goes through like so. I know there's a lot going on here. All right, so now we want to use the trim to kind of trim out Just make sure you trim the right circles. So, and then we can get rid of this part. And we need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. So that's kind of our outer clover looking shape there. And then I can finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this thing back, flip it. I want to make sure it's not cut. It's going to be join. It's definitely not going to go that far back. It's going to go only 0.5 from my distance here. Like so. All right, so now what I can do is I can use the hole, and I want to select where I want this hole. So there's going to be one here, and I don't want one that big. I'm going to click on where you see none for the seat, and then I want to click. So you click the surface, and then you click. I want it to be concentric about this arc, so that centers it in there. For the diameter of that hole, it needs to be 0.5. And then I just need to do that for each of these 4. So I think without hitting OK, yeah, I think I can click again over here. Since I already have all the settings now, I just click the surface. I click the kind of arc. I don't want to go all the way through though, do I? I don't want to go all the way. We'll fix that in a minute. I just noticed I kind of cut that out. So let me click here, click the arc, click here, click the arc. So we don't want it to go all the way through. We want it to go to this back surface here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna click OK. So, all right, so create the holes in the center. I found it, there's many ways you can do that, but I found it less frustrating to if I'm gonna start another 2D sketch on this top face and then just draw a circle from the center here and drag this thing out. So I'm gonna create the outer one first. So that has a diameter of 1.25. 1.25. Finish my sketch. I'm gonna extrude cut that thing. Back is gonna be 0.2. And then I'm gonna here I can make a hole. And then so I'm gonna click the surface, click the outer ring there, or the inside outer ring to center that. And then that's gonna go all the way through. That has a diameter of 0.75. So this is going to be 0.75 all the way through and hit OK. So there we go. There's our holder base. And then I'm going to turn this axis off here. So I just right clicked it, find it in browser. So here it is. That's the Z axis. I couldn't remember. Turn the visibility of that off. So then I can come up here. I can find a nice, awesome color to slap on there. I don't know what we can use this time. Smooth purple. Oh yeah, I like that. All right, so there is our holder base. So make sure you save it. We're gonna call this holder base. Hit save, and there we go. All right, so yeah, that was the process to get there, but we did it, and yeah, it's looking good. All right, so hope that helped you out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and come on back in the next video. All right, peace.